All right, we're back and we are in the final house family. We are in Gemini in the 12th house. And this is actually Pisces ruler and the planet ruler of Neptune. So Neptune is the ruler here, sign of Pisces ruler as well. So we're here in the 12th house. Now where we're dealing with the 12th house, to me, in my opinion, this deals with the subconscious mind, your self undoing, your blind spots. Spirituality can also go in this house as well. Healing, closure, the deeper stuff that most people don't want to deal with. Now, I know that I said that in the eighth house as well, but this is also here in this house as well because it's more dealing with the subconscious mind and traumas and healing and closing out certain cycles. So, um, Gemini here, if if they have balance of logic and intuition, these could be great spiritual teachers for healing and working with the things when it comes to the subconscious mind or blind spots within our personality, just things that we're unaware of. Now, the problem can lie here when Gemini just solely relies on, say, not their logic and their thinking analytical mind, versus somewhat relying on their intuition to kind of solve those heavier or deeper questions. So they have to be careful with that here to not be so analytical and logic minded when dealing with these matters, because in this house, this is more of a emotional, intuitive, dreamy, um, deep depth type of house. This is Pisces here. This is Neptune. So your Neptune, you have your fantasy, your illusions, your delusions. So you have an air placement here. The air placement here would kind of have a hard time just getting on board with the abstract thinking of the Pisces here, which is the ruler. So Gemini has to be careful with that here as well. Now, the good thing about the Gemini placement here, they can come up with many different and a variety of ways to handle heavier traumatic experiences, as far as in different healing practices and techniques that they use. They can be very great with this. Um, Also, these are the type of people, say, if they go into this as a field for work, um, and say they are, most spiritual teachers do have certain spiritual practices that they keep up with on a daily to keep them grounded and sane, and clear when they're on their work. So the Gemini here would be the type to have multiple like spiritual probably practices or things that they do, to keep themselves grounded here. And these are also to many people who will probably have more than one like to say they kind of go off more than one spiritual philosophy here. But now also, if negatively affected, Gemini here, they will have a hard time expressing themselves, because this is more Pisces, abstract thinking, and the way they will express themselves, they will have a hard time. It will be more on a logical, analytical level. So they will have a hard time expressing those deep emotional wounds and trauma because they don't really know how to express it in a way, I guess, that would not sound crazy or not make sense to the average person, because again, this is the thinking mind, so they're trying to find a way to relay this in a way that doesn't make them look crazy. And if I'm not mistaken, I think Kanye West has this placement, hence people always think he on another planet. But again, this is Gemini in the 12th house placement here. They will go through that where they have a hard time expressing those deeper emotions. And they may make themselves look crazy to, the average person. And also, with dealing with this can also lead to deep anxiety, and being that they will be prone to overthinking, and if not treated, they can overthink themselves into deeper trauma, and not basically doing the proper healing and closure they need here. So they have to be careful for this. It's not having the overthinking mind to where you think yourself into more traumas and issues. Now, the thing I admire about Gemini here, they have the ability to go deep within the subconscious mind and understand different deep emotions and different, say, character traits that come out of unhealed emotions. They have the ability to understand this from different parts of their mind. So that's the gift here. And with that, that's how they're able to come up with many different practices to work with the mind, um, in that realm. So, again, negatively, overthinking, egotistical, not being able to express themselves, not being able to really latch on or really grasp like concept type thinking. Um, yeah, but this is just like negatively aspected, or if the Gemini has not really found a way to overcome, say, the restrictions that they have within this house. So that was it for my Gemini within the 12th house family. We finally made it, and I do apologize. I took forever to get this series out. So now we are in Cancer season. Happy birthday to all of my Cancers out there. Stay tuned. I'm gonna pop out some Cancer series videos. I still haven't figured out like exactly what I'm gonna do, but these videos will be Cancer related because we are in Cancer season. So all right, family. I will see you in the next video, and you all have a good day.